One of the things I like the most about living in this area is that you can just walk around and suddenly right in front of you a big forest of skyscrapers just appears like out of nowhere, which is exactly what I will show in this video. Walking around and showing you some of my favorite spots for watching the skyscrapers. The area I live in is the Hexi area, with modern and new buildings, wide road and generally very clean. For me, watching tall buildings is a little like watching a campfire. It just never gets boring, it never gets old. Maybe it's because I'm European. In Europe we have approximately 220 skyscrapers, and 70% of them are located in only 5 cities. London, Frankfurt, Paris, Moscow and Istanbul. So where I am from in Denmark, there isn't a lot of skyscrapers to see. So we are getting closer to one of my absolutely favorite spots. Just down here I walk past every evening when I come home from work. Let me walk down here and then I'll show you. Okay, so every evening when I walk here coming home from work, when I pass this corner it looks like this. So while I walk to one of my other favorite spots for watching the skyscrapers, I'll try to tell you a little bit about why there isn't that many skyscrapers in Europe. City centers in Europe is generally crowded with a lot of beautiful, important, historic buildings, and there's always been the idea if we wanted to keep the city centers that way. That's why it's always been the idea of modern buildings and skyscrapers could kind of pollute our city centers. Down here there is a public toilet, which is a funny little, I would call it funny little Chinese feature. The population in Europe and the European biggest cities has always been a bit more balanced throughout the city center and the countryside. So there's never really been this kind of high and quick demand for a lot of floor space in key areas in the countries. Okay, so we are approaching the public toilet with a small little Chinese feature. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the entrance behind me. Up there is a television, and the television is showing which toilet is occupied and which kind of toilet it is. So another one of my absolute favorite spots. I come walking down from there, and then I walk this way, and then I walk across this bridge. And just up here to the right, we have like an amazing sight. When America built the first skyscraper in Chicago and then kept building them in Chicago and Manhattan, there was a kind of political fight between Europe and America. And since America started building skyscrapers, Europe didn't want to do it. 220 approximately skyscrapers in Europe. It isn't very many when compared to Shanghai with more than 180, compared to Hong Kong with more than 550 skyscrapers. Okay, so I think that's it for this evening skyscraper watching walk. Nanjing is an amazing city and it's full of impressive buildings and full of architecture. Up here in the corner I'll put another video where I also explore some very amazing architecture here in Nanjing. See you there.